Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you 6 useful tips that I have for hiking the Narrows. Alright, so guys, the Narrows is in Utah. It's in Zion National Park. It's a very popular trail. You're walking through the river upstream like the salmon against the river current. It's really fun. Most people do the bottom up, which I did, which doesn't require a permit. The top down requires a permit because there's some canyoneering involved. So let's get right into these tips. All right, number 1, before you go, I suggest you check out the National Park Service website. It's nps.gov. It'll give you alerts if there's closures to different trails, if the address, weather, shuttle service, that kind of thing. It'll give you like all the basic information, and they also have an app now that has all that information on it as well. All right, number 2. All right, so in the Narrows, you're walking in the water, so your feet are gonna get wet. They're gonna get wet. Get used to it. You walking in the water, it actually feels good. So outside of Zion, they have an outfitter where you can rent the water shoes or water boots, the socks, and they give you a walking stick. I think it's I don't know how much the price is. I think it was around like maybe 30 something dollars. It may be less than that. I'll figure it out and I'll leave it down in the description box. So anyway, the poles that people get are okay. Did I see anybody with poles? I don't remember seeing anybody with poles. Most people had the wooden stick that they give you. The poles, I think they said they can easily break on the rocks when you're like walking, and like because you're basically like stabbing the wooden thing down in the wooden pole down in the water, and walking along. And I didn't want to check anything, so you have to check poles. They told me that at REI, and I didn't want to do that anyway. Also, so when you take the socks off, I thought I was gonna have like the raisin looking feet. My feet were fine. They dried really fast, and I was able to put my own shoes and socks back on and go about my day. So that was great. All right, and number 3, don't forget, helpful to you, especially if you like. So I wear contacts, so my eyes are a little sensitive to sunlight, and then the sunlight bouncing off of the water, it was a lot for me. So I forgot my sunglasses. So my number 3 is wear sunglasses. It's not all about being cute, but you can be cute while you're going, but the sunglasses help your eyes and not to be like all squinty and like okay. And number 4, all right, so another thing you could do before you actually go on the trail when you're at the park is stop at the visitor center and see if you can see what the flash flood warning is for that day. You can also check it before you go, double check the weather, but the rangers have the most updated information. Another thing you could do, a couple things to look out for if there's a flash flood warning. Pay attention to the weather, if there's any rapid change in weather, if the water flow becomes faster, and also if the water gets higher in level, gets muddy, or it's full of debris. Those are signs. Either get to higher ground or get the hell out. All right, now number 5. When you get off the shuttle at Temple of Sinawaba, go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. If you don't have to go, be like little kids. Make yourself go, because there's nowhere else in this trail to go to the bathroom. You have about a 1 mile walk before you actually get to the opening of where everybody walks down these like man-made steps to actually walk through the water. Walk through the river, excuse me. But there's no place there besides at the temple stop. At the shuttle stop. There's no other place to go. When you're in the river, there is no place to go. They say if you have to do number 1, you can, I guess you can swipe down and pee in the river. I mean, there was only one spot I found where the water got almost waist high, because I only went out to a certain point and then I walked back. But I'm sure once you keep going, there's little higher levels. But most of the time, it was like maybe mid calf or so. And if you have the number 2, you have to take it out with you. You can't just leave it in the park. So go before you go. And guys, there's no place too high to go. There's no place to go behind like a little bush or something, to crouch down, or behind a tree. There's no place to go. So go before you go, okay? And number 6. This is the biggest one of all. This was one of my biggest mistakes. And I only went the time I did because I was solo traveling, and this was the first time I was going to be in Zion, and I was like, oh, 11 o'clock, that's a good time to go. No. If you're trying to take pictures or do a video or like just experience it and without like a lot of people, go early or go later, because that time of day, it's too many people. There's so many people. You're trying to balance yourself in the water. People are falling next to you. People are coming back down, and it's a whole bunch of like going like from one bank to the other bank, from one bank to the other bank. So just go early so you can have your time. You can take pictures. You can just be fascinated and be in awe of the Narrows, because the crowds, I tell you, I had to stop at what I think was the beginning of Wall Street. I'm not sure, but I think it was the beginning of Wall Street, because I was trying to take a self-portrait and people were just walking over top of me like they didn't see this brown face trying to take a picture. So, and I was paranoid about my camera equipment and all kinds of stuff. I didn't even take out my camera because I just didn't want to fumble and drop it. So I did everything on my phone. But I would definitely go back about maybe the same time next year and use my own tips and probably have like greater pictures and a longer hike. I probably did about maybe 5 miles round trip. I'm not sure. It was about 4 hours, I think. It was a couple hours. All right, guys. So that's it for my 6 tips. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.